Hi, are you ready for another short clips? I am. I have a fun activity for you today. This is a small foam ball, and this is a cardboard tube with one end plugged and a hole drilled in the top. The ball sits on this ring. Now I'm going to make this ball float in the air and then fly away. Why do you think that happens? Watch as I do it and form a hypothesis. A hypothesis is a guess about how something happens. You ready? Here we go. What's your hypothesis? You can stop the video now and think about it, and think about how this happened. Pause the video now. Welcome back. What happened? As the air I blew into the tube went out the hole inside, it flowed around the ball and lifted the ball off the ring, and it floated. There was high pressure at the bottom of the ball and then low pressure on top. It had lift, like an airplane wing. It floats because the lift equals the pull of gravity down. When I blew harder, the air pressure from me was greater than the gravity, and the ball would fly away, and we'll show that in a second. The ball stayed over the ring because the air pressure that I created by blowing was greater around the ball than the side-to-side forces, and it stayed within the column of upward moving air. Now watch what happens when I blow really hard. You ready? Whoa, that was fun. The ball's gone. That's a fun thing to do, and you can do it at home with a straw and a ping pong ball. Tip your head back with the straw in your mouth and the straw pointed at the ceiling. Balance the ping pong ball on the end of the straw and blow through the straw and watch what happens. You'll have to practice a little bit with how hard you blow. Another fun thing to do is move your head a little bit at a time, sideways or front to back, and see how far you can tip your head before the force of gravity takes over and the ball falls out of the column of air. Playing with the floating ball reminds me of the story of Jesus going back to heaven after he had risen. Jesus stayed with his friends for a while after he was crucified and rose from the dead. Now one day, Jesus and his friends were on the Mount of Olives, and they were talking. And he was giving them some instructions for what to do when he left them. And they really didn't understand what he meant by that. And as he raised his hands to bless them, he was taken away, and the disciples watched as he went up into the clouds, kind of like our ball floated up off the ring. Then Jesus disappeared into the clouds. Remember how the ball disappeared when I blew really hard? Well, Jesus had gone back to heaven, and after he helped his friends know what to do when he was gone. We can still do what Jesus told the disciples. He told them to teach others about him. And we can teach others about all the wonderful things that Jesus did and what Jesus means to us today. Well, let me know how you did making your ball float like Jesus floated. And thanks for joining me again for Short Clips. See you later for another episode of Short Clips. Bye-bye. Now, where did that ball go to? I need to find that.